Next we have who?
Rakshita Didi.
Raghavan uncle.
Raghavan uncle, who is going to present about the forts of Maharashtra. Over to you, Raghavan.
Yes, very good evening. Am I audible? Very good evening to all of you.
Yes,
Yeah. Nice to be back with you all, children. Hari Om. So let's look. Let's look at the forts of Maharashtra. Now, not so easy topic for me because I was never good at history. History and geography were not my strong points. Anyway, I'll try my best. Okay, children. Now let's understand what is a fort. Do you know what exactly is a fort and why it is built?
Yes. Fort means temple, like structure or place where we go to visit, like Shivneri Fort.
No, but why it is built? I mean, is it and how different it is from a temple? Temple is a place of worship, but what is a fort?
To protect people. In past, Shivaji Maharaj. In past, they lived in that.
See, fort is something which is basically a place of military. It is a military. It's a place where all the weapons are kept and where the army is there. Normally, what happens whenever there is an? Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, see, the fort is a place where all the enemies, when they come, then the army is present here. They hide in the fort, and it will take weeks or months, where they have to be in the fort and not allow the enemy to enter into their village or into their city. So that is why various points, various places, these forts are made, so that when the army comes, with those days, I'm talking of the days of Shivaji Maharaj, and when the Mughals were there. So that time, they used to come on the horses, right? So those times, these forts were built. They were very strong, and there were many outlets. Even if the army has to, suppose the enemy is too much, there are too many enemies, numbers are huge. Then at times even the army has to run away, right? They have to take their king, or So for that matter, these forts are made. Any idea how many forts are there in Maharashtra?
Thousands of forts.
No, it's not in thousands, but definitely in hundreds. Because forts are not made everywhere. This is not a temple. Okay, temple is a place of worship, but forts are made at strategic points. Where they find that, okay, now, because it has to be huge. Fort is not a small place. It's a huge place, and where there are a lot of people who will be there, like the entire army will be sitting there, or they will be guarding the place, right? So about 350 forts are there in Maharashtra. Okay. So now out of that, of course, I cannot take all 350. So I have taken about 5 forts for our discussion today. So let us look at some of the important forts in Maharashtra. Okay. So can we just look at the first one, Sinhagad Fort?
Sir, your voice is very strong.
Hello. Strong.
Sir, yes, it's coming loud. Can you just?
Acha. Okay, is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's look at this first fort, which is the Sinhagad Fort. Now Simha in Marathi means, hello. Simha in Marathi means lion.
Right? A
lion. So that is why this fort has been named after the lion name, Sinhagad Fort. Now, what is the speciality of this fort? This is located at Pune, actually, near Pune. You can say in Toptewadi. Now, the speciality of this fort is, it was basically at this fort, that famous battle took place, where you have seen Tanaji.
Yes, sir.
Tanaji
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So what happens to Tanaji? Yeah, what happens to Tanaji here in this fort?
Sir, actually the Sinhagad's first name was Kondana.
Right. But then it is changed to now Sinhagad. Yeah, why that beautiful? Yeah, very good. Why it was renamed as Sinhagad? Because Tanaji Malusare laid down his life, the great Maratha warrior.
पण सिंह गेला. That's why it's named Sinhagad.
Yes. So he becomes a martyr. He is killed by the Mughals. Okay. But his brother Sardar Suryaji then wins over the Mughals, and that is why it is renamed as Sinhagad. Now inside the fort there is a memorial which is built in the name of Tanaji Malusare, and there is also a tomb of Rajaram Chhatrapati. Now who is Rajaram Chhatrapati?
The son of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, second son.
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
Yeah, he is the second son of Shivaji Maharaj. Okay. Now also there are some inside the temple, this fort there are some old stables also. Stables are where the horses are kept. So this Maratha army used to keep the stables, the horses here. Okay. So this is the historic fort called Sinhagad Fort at Thoptewadi in Pune. Okay, and there is also a small temple of goddess Kali here. Okay, so this is about the first fort, Sinhagad. Now let's see the second fort. That's called Rajgad Fort. Here is the Rajgad Fort. Now Rajgad Fort, the speciality is that basically it is built on the Murumba Devi Dongar in the Sayaji range. Okay, this is on the Sayaji range. Now again very strategically built. Okay, and it was basically the first capital of Shivaji Maharaj. That is why I have taken Rajgad. Now Rajgad is different from, you must be knowing about Raigad Fort, right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now Raigad Fort is at Mahad. Now that was the later on this capital was shifted from Rajgad to Raigad. But the first capital of Shivaji Maharaj was Rajgad Fort, which is on the Sahyadri range. Okay. And here also, it is very important because Shivaji's wife Saibai spent her last days here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now when you go inside the fort, now basically there are the ruins of palaces, tombs, these ponds and tombs, etc. And also it is a very popular trekking point actually. So if you look at the place here, it's a very popular trekking point in Pune. Many of the locals and tourists, they go around here, trekking for this place because it's a hill. You can climb up the hill, or you can take a challenging route and go from the other side. Also importantly, now if you go on the top of the Rajgad Fort, then you can see the beautiful landscape view of the Sahyadris. So it gives a very beautiful view. So this is about the Sahyadri range in Rajgad, which is the Rajgad Fort. Okay, and this is located at Balekhila Road, again near Pune only. But these are the important forts, so I have taken them. Okay, so let's look at the third fort now, which is most important, I would say. That is called the Shivneri Fort.
Sir, I have visited this fort and I also saw the cradle of Shivaji Maharaj.
Okay, very good. So can you tell something about Shivneri?
Sir, if we go, there are many stairs and again it is located on the mountain.
Okay. Okay.
and there are stairs. If we go high, means higher, the top of the hill,
Okay.
we can see a murti of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
Yeah. The childhood, the small young
Considered
Shivaji
as
Maharaj, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, right.
he was
Okay.
born on
Yes,
Shivneri.
it was the birthplace, exactly. So it was the birthplace of Shivaji Maharaj. That is why it is got tremendous importance, and it is very held in high esteem in both the Maratha and the Maharashtrian history. Okay. Now the peculiarity of this fort is it is in a very different shape. If you see, it's in a triangular shape. Now that is the difference about this temple, about this fort. If you see, and now the important thing is now here the main thing is inside the fort there is the temple or devoted to dedicated to Shivai Devi, and there is a massive chain gate at the entrance. Okay, there is a massive chain gate at the entrance. Now also as rightly said, Akshara was saying, there is a statue of Jijabai and young Shivaji. Both are there. And now the climb up to the hill is very easy on one side, but you can go on the other side. There is a challenging route also on the other side, which is from the western side. That is the chain route. There it is very difficult. It is not
Sir,
easy.
actually we had gone through the stairs, means through the easy way, and then
Right,
came
right,
down
right.
with the challenging route.
Oh, really? Okay, that would have been quite a interesting, exciting, way of finishing it, right? And where is this place, Akshara? Which taluka it is? Which location?
Sir, not exactly remember.
Junnar. It's called Junnar Taluka in Pune.
Jinnar.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir, Junnar Taluka.
Junnar. Right. So this is about the Shivneri Fort. Okay, one of the important forts here, and where there is the goddess Shivai Devi also. Now let's come to the next one, which is the Pratapgarh Fort. Now here is the Pratapgarh Fort. Now, any idea where it is located and what is the? You must have studied in history, about Pratapgarh Fort.
Yes, sir.
In fact, this temple was built by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. One of the few, the fort was built by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. One of the few forts which he has, built on his own. Few were existing, few were made by others also. So, what is the speciality here of Pratapgarh? The famous battle of Pratapgarh was fought here. Between whom? One, of course, was Shivaji Maharaj. Who was the other?
Adil Shah.
No. One of his fiercest enemy, Afzal Khan.
Afzal Khan.
Yes, who was killed here, And see the great thing about Shivaji Maharaj, which even the enemies were proud to say, is he never used to dispose of the enemies, He used to give them a lot of respect and then, give them a proper honor by properly, cremating them or, giving, or the funeral was done accordingly. So in this case, it was a proper, he was given, Afzal Khan was given a proper respect, and a tomb was built. So that is why the attraction here is the tomb of Afzal Khan and the temple of goddess Bhavani. That is the main, one of the important thing I also want to tell you children is about, if you see most of these forts, there used to be a temple, So as you now very well know about the importance of temples, that is exactly why Shivaji Maharaj, who believed a lot in Bhavani, goddess Bhavani, who is ultimately goddess Durga. So he used to build lot of, because it was his own fort, right? So he built a temple of goddess Bhavani. So that was the beautiful part about the forts. The forts. And Pratapgarh is very close to a popular hill station? Any of you can?
Mahabaleshwar.
Yes, very good. Now one more point, yeah.
Mahabaleshwar.
There are two forts, huh? There are two forts here. One is at the top of the hill and the other is on the southeast side. Okay, there are two forts within one fort. I mean, there is a two runway there. You can see that two different forts. One is up the hill. I mean, the from on the top of the hill, and the other is on the other side. Okay, so the popular, resort or the hill station, that is Mahabaleshwar, is just 8 kilometers from this place. Okay, so that is the so look at the location as well. How strategically it was made. Because it's not so easy for the enemy to just come and start attacking the fort. Because there are different ways. There are two forts he has made within one fort. So how intelligent Shivaji Maharaj was, right?
Yes.
Now we come to the last fort, that is called as the Malhargarh Fort. Now Malhargarh Fort, as the name suggests, it is the name of the Hindu god Malhari.
Khandoba.
Khandoba, yes.
Khandoba.
I'll come to that, yeah. So Malhari temple, I mean the named after the Malhari god. This is just about 30 kilometers from Pune. Okay, and basically one has to climb up the hill from a village called Sonori village, and that's why it is also called as the Sonori Fort. Okay. Now here basically the most of the outer structure looks very strong, but inside it is all in ruins. And what is remaining now is only the old water tanks, but most importantly there are the temples of Mahadev, Lord Mahadeva and Lord Khandoba. Correct. Okay. So, and again, if you go up the top of the fort on the Malhargarh Fort, one can see a beautiful, landscape. That is a complete view, or what you call it as the panoramic view of the Jejuri village. There is this Jejuri village which is close by, and we just see that Khandoba temple. How beautiful it looks within the surrounded by the bush trees, and see this. How beautiful
Yes,
this is
sir.
the
It
Khandoba
is
temple.
I have visited the Jejuri village.
Oh, wonderful! So you must have had a
Yes,
great
it is
experience.
nearby
Yes,
my
sir.
village only.
Yes.
When I came home and just washed my hands and face, I was very yellow looking.
Oh, great!
It
Wonderful.
is very.
Sir, it is located in Saswad. I have visited.
Okay, very good. So maybe I was just thinking, maybe if we get a chance, we will all go and go and visit all these forts. Maybe if Pavitra Ma plans one, picnic for us.
Sure, Raghavan. Sure.
Because it's not far off also. Maybe, I don't know, maybe in the time to come. So these are the different forts, children. I have taken
And
5
sir,
of them.
when we walk on that fort, we feel means very it's like means it is full of mud.
Yeah. Now, yeah, because everything is, I mean, it has gone, it is in ruins now. Unfortunately, it has been so many years and nobody has taken care of it, right? So there are no maintenance of these forts. But still imagine, even after so many years, the forts are still there. And the most important thing is all the temples of the Lord Mahadev, Khandoba are still there. No, Khandoba you saw was in
And sir,
good condition, no?
that
The Khandoba
the fort
temple.
you just showed now. When I visited, I visited the office. It is in the fort only, and
Okay.
there is one person who on the festival on Wadis and all, he lifts big talwar. It is of
Oh.
many kgs. It
Okay.
is very long and he lifts and goes up and down.
Oh, wonderful. So,
He's
I think it will be really apt that all children
Yes.
get a chance to visit this
So much
place.
heavy.
And I had gone 2 times there. So,
Oh,
my aunt and uncle were not. Both were holding together, but they were not able to. But only
okay.
one person can lift that.
Good. Good sword. Okay, great.
Yes.
So let us see. Okay, so nice information from you. So thank you so much, children. Anything, any other questions or anything, any other information you want to give? Any of the no other children has visited?
Sir, I have visited 100 of times.
Oh, where in Saswar?
Yes, it's
Okay.
that is my village only.
Khandewa. Acha, acha. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, very good.
Thank
Okay,
you,
so
Raghavan.
nice. Yeah, okay.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Sir, I have
Yes.
a doubt, sir.
Yeah, tell me, come on the video.
Sir, how many forts does Shivaji Maharaj make, sir?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't have the exact answer, so I don't want to give you wrong information. I will find out and give it to Pavitra Amma, okay? Then she will
And
inform
sir,
you. Or we'll
I
put
want
it on the
to
group.
say, sir, I want to say that in Saswar, Sant Sopan Kaka Samadhi is there.
Okay. Okay, very good. Okay.
Brother of Jnaneshwar.
Oh, yeah. Okay, very good. Nice to hear. Good interaction. Keep the interactions. Keep learning, children. All the best. God bless. Okay.
Thank you, Raghavan, for the informative history about the
History is
forts
not.
of Maharashtra.
Yeah, I'll find out that answer and tell. Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
we made you learn the history.
Yes.
Thank you.